violent of my word. I said this is what we're gonna do today, and we are gonna do this today. Gotta break out my old weeb vocabulary for this. We're being silly this week. It is silly time. Oh no! Bestie can't be here. That's sad. But don't worry, you'll get to see the results. You get to see the results of the silly list later. I want to at least get to yapping a little bit before we start. Oh, hello, Mercury. I just listened to The Way You Make Me Feel by Michael Jackson, Shake Your Groove Thing by Peaches and Herb, Shake Your Booty by Casey and the Sunshine Band. Hello, Mercury. Today is a silly day. Today I am ranking the Twisted Wonderland characters based on cute to handsome scale. It should be an interesting one. Maybe. I had to break out my old weeb vocabulary for this because I didn't just want to use regular terms. I had to be extra. Although it took me a while to remember some of these. Cause, I don't know, like, it's hard to find some of the lists for these things anymore. I feel like they were a lot more common back in the day. I see, I was tired after someone spam a music label and deny his own actions. Oh, drama. Ain't that spicy? I think we're ready. I think we're ready for this right now. Just scooch that over a little bit. We're not gonna do all of these because that'd take forever. We're stopping at Lilia. Grim is just the little Grim over here. He's just the little like stopping point. Because I don't feel like ranking everybody else. But we're using anime weeb terminology. Hello, Marcus! Just in time, we are getting started. That's the problem, spamming is no good no matter what, and yet they did it, and I have to time them out. Yeah, that is obnoxious. Very understandable. But yeah, Twist tier list time! Who is the most handsome Ike man out there? From what I remember reading shoujo manga back in the day, we have some terminology to kind of briefly go over. What is an Ike man? I probably spelled it wrong here, but it's basically just a handsome anime man. That's it, pretty much. And then you got the Bishonen. Bishonen is just a pretty boy. Not that many manly features, I guess, in comparison to an Ike man. Because they're more renowned for being more handsome, as a definition. Ike man is like a handsome man. Bishonen is pretty boy. And then you have the girl version of the word, which is Bishojo, which is pretty girl, so... Yeah, that in case you didn't know what those words meant, now you know. And then I put shonen on there, mainly because it just means young boy. Only because there isn't... Like, it's more like I recently learned that's like a good in-between term to call a character that's like in between the Shota and Bishonen stage. Like, it's in the middle of that. From my research recently. Hello! This is the handsome to cute Twisted Wonderland tier list. Based on my subjective opinion on these character designs. Hello, Lulu. I see your name. My memory is good. But yeah, let's figure this out. How are we gonna do this? I am also basing whatever characters I classify as Shota based off of CL Phantom Hive, because this is the same person, you know? Same character designer here. If anything gives me CL vibes, it's going in the Shota category. So yeah, Riddle's over here. He always came off as a redheaded CL to me, so... There's definitely differences between their characters, but visually they do look very similar. And this is based off of visuals. So yeah, we're putting Riddle right there. I think Riddle would definitely be Bishonen. Yeah. If he was taller, honestly. He's kind of small. He is one of the short boys. But, like, I can see it. Especially if this wasn't, Yano Soboso's artwork, because he just looks like a slightly taller CL to me. I will not apologize. Ace... Ace is probably gonna go here? Or... Well, I don't know. It could go either or. That's why this is a very difficult category to figure out. That's why I put this here. But this one relies a little bit more on personality over visuals, from what I can tell. And Ace is kind of... He's kind of stupid. In a sort of like... You know, he kind of acts like a little stupid. He's always trying to see what he can kind of get away with. Also known as having the personality of a cat. But like not like a lazy cat, more like a active sort of I'm going to see how long it will take for me to tip this over kind of a personality. He's also very much a liar. Although I could confidently put Deuce here because he has a much more cuter personality compared to how he looks. The whole I want to be the best honor student I can possibly be, but also being so innocent in the fact that he thinks that baby chickens come from grocery store eggs. Like his personality fits this category a lot better, so the Ace is just kind of here because he is kind of a brain cell. Sometimes he and Deuce are basically sharing Ace's functioning brain cell. And then finally we got Trey up here. Trey is a handsome lad. It's the glasses, man. And the fact that when he takes them off, he kind of looks a little angry. He looks a little angry when he takes his glasses off, but that's just because he can't see. I feel like that's what my face looks like when I take off my glasses. Just like, why do you look so angry? Well, I can't see my hand. That's how nearsighted I am. If it's not directly in front of my eyeballs, I don't know what I'm looking at. I don't think Trey has that issue, but he probably could. I don't know. Can't see. He got glasses too, you know? Actually, he's the only character in the main cast with glasses that actually needs them. Azul does not need glasses. He just wears them because they look professional. Azul's glasses are a fashion accessory. Trey's are actually practical. And then we'll throw Cater up here too because yeah, he a handsome lad. Or we could put him here. Peripheral vision skill issue. I don't know. What should we put Cater here? I don't know. Because he could be here. But I also feel like he could be more like a pretty man. We'll probably come back to Cater. Cater's a little bit tricky for me to figure out sometimes. But he is definitely one of these two categories up here. Definitely. And then we have Leona's an easy one to put up here. Leona is like easy, staple. That is a handsome man right there. He got a tattoo and everything. That is peak handsome man. The handsome man. We could put Jack up here as well. Again, he also... Because, like, I feel like the main difference between an Ikemen and a Bishonen is the amount of muscle. Pretty man seems more accurate, yeah. And I mean, also, Trey, he's Baker. He got good arms. He's got the good arms for this. So he's gonna go up here. Cater's right there. I don't know. It's hard to get a good reading on what his build is exactly from most of the cards that we've seen of him. He's usually very clothed. He's a very pretty one. And then Roogie. And this is the reason why I put this category here specifically, because Roogie is like in this weird position. His character design is in this weird position, specifically with the way Yana draws characters, where it's like he leans into like cute outfits. Like he'll wear shorts instead of like regular pants sometimes for certain outfits, but then he's also too tall to be considered one of the short boys. He's like in the middle. But he definitely gives me the idea of like a skinny, sporty person. Like that's Ruggy to me. And that's why this category I put here. Specifically for Ruggy, because he's like in this weird in-between design phase when it comes to what the definitions of these are. So yeah, he's going here. And I mean his personality is a bit like, you know, I feel like it also fits this category a bit. Kind of a little childish. In a sense. Mainly because he's pretty good at, like, sleight of hand stuff. A little bit of thieving. Same thing with Ace. They're both pretty good at that. So, yeah, they're going there. Azul's going to be joining Cater because his fashion accessory of the glasses. He's going in the Bishonen category. He a pretty boy. He's a strong pretty boy, but he a pretty boy. I'll go and rest now. I think talking about the person who spammed music label tired me out. I want to rest now. Bye, everyone. Bye, Mercury. Take care of yourself. Next, we have Floyd and Jade. They're going up here, too. Both of them. Even though their personalities are slightly different from each other, well, they're pretty different from each other. They're both very tall, very handsome, very scary men. Basically, Azul is a himbo. No. I forgot what word people made up for a character that's like strong and handsome, but they're not stupid. Azul is very intelligent. That's what disqualifies Azul from being a himbo. He's too intelligent. That's more like Vargas. I could have put that category on here so I could start ranking all the other characters, because that was also part of the reason why I didn't want to rank all the characters. But I also just wanted to use more, like, PD terms, I guess. Azul's definitely not himbo. Kaleem's going here. Mainly because his personality is very cutesy, in a sense. He's got that sort of, like, happy, social, willing to talk to everybody, willing to invite everybody to hang out kind of a personality. He's very likable. And honestly, he looks more cute. Like, he's got really pretty eyes, and they're very big. And that's also a contender for why they're in this category as well. Basically, design-wise, he is very cute, but he's not short enough. He's not short enough. But the personality is definitely there, where he's, like, adorably, like, friendly, gets along easy, he's cutesy, in a sense. But, you know, he's also kind of smart in his own way. He's very people smart. Even if it comes off like he's naive, like, he still has, like, this underlying feeling of, like, yeah, I know Jamil hates me, but if I'm nice to him, maybe he'll be nice to me eventually. At least he isn't that much like that now, the main story-wise. Because now he's, like, actually friends with Jamil, and Jamil is very much like, nah, I ain't gonna do everything for you. You gotta earn your friendship. I'm still not your bestie. Hello, Daisy. We're ranking twist characters on the scale of handsome to cute. From boyish to handsome man. My train of thought disappears too quickly sometimes. Anyway, Jamil's going here. He is a very pretty man. He is one of my favorite characters sometimes. Like, he gets up there when it comes to, like, wow, my favorite characters. Oh, nice. Yeah. We brought out the Weeb dictionary today. We got our handsome Ike men up top, our pretty Bishonen boys. The Shonens, because they're just a weird in-between between the Bishonen and then the Shota, who are, like, very cutesy. Hey, bestie! Sum Ortho, Lilia, and Vil today. Yeah, they're just here today. No rhyme or reason, they're just my favorites anyway. We're ranking our boys. Our reasoning is based mostly on their design and personality-wise. It's the culmination of personality and design that's determining these categories right now. And I know where I want to put Vil. He is the definition of pretty man. Vil is the pretty man of Twisted Wonderland. Beautiful, gorgeous, well-defined. Very leaning in the androgyny kind of appearance, which is basically what a Bishonen kind of is. And that's why he's the number one in this category. I might put Leona, or no, I'll put Malleus as number one here when we get to that. Rook is here solely because he is literally built thicker than Vil. Like, even their live 2D models, like, Rook's legs are very thick. This man is dense muscle. He may not look it, but he is dense muscle. Which is pretty obvious. I mean, he is based off of, like, the hunter or whatever. He has implications of being very much like a hunter of some kind. Or at least he knows how to hunt for sport. He is a rugged man. A pretty rugged man. And then we have Appel. He's gonna be the next one to join Riddle. I feel like he definitely fits this category the most, because, like, Riddle's also, like, in that weird in-between kind of state. Like everybody else up here. But, Appel's definitely, like, he's adorable. He's cute in appearance. His personality is not always the cutest, but he looks adorable. Cutest being to ever exist. Even if he has the personality of an angry potato sometimes. He goes here. And then we have Ida. She's gonna be up here too. Because as Bill has stated himself, Ida is actually a handsome man. He just does not care about his appearance at all. Even though he has a good build to work from. And that's why Vil finds him annoying. Ida's too much of a depressed gamer to be, like, handsome. But he still fits in this category, technically. Because, like, yeah, he is kind of, like, he's built like a twig sometimes, but it's, like, he's built like a sturdy twig. He's got, like, he's got, like, that triangle build where his shoulders are definitely wider than his waist area. Like, he has a weird build. He's definitely not, he's definitely, like, a weakling of a character. Ida and his hands look good. But is an otaku. Ida and his big hands. Yeah, like, he's got the workings of, like, a handsome man. He's just too much of an otaku to actually realize his full potential. And honestly, I think that's what makes him more appealing. Ortho joining our tiny boys as well. Ortho and Appel definitely fit this category right here. Riddle, he just reminds me of CL too much. I can't separate him from CL. I can acknowledge that they're definitely different characters, but they're kind of working with some of the same building blocks, honestly. They're just presented in very different ways. They really are, because, like, Riddle has his moments of just being so sweet. So adorable. So childish. Mainly because he was denied such a childhood. He's just so cute, man. He's just so cute. I love Riddle. And next we have our poster boy, Malleus Draconia. He's going up here as well. Everybody knows Malleus is also, like, the most handsome character here. Riddle, too cute. Yes, he is. Like, when Yana draws a Shota character, that's what it is. It's basically Riddle or CL. 'Cause there's a third one. I forget the name of this character, but it's from a mobile game that I don't think has an English port, but she designed a character for it. And that also looks like CL. Riddle needs to meet the mothers we've seen so far. He met the Leech Mama. He met Mama Leech. He was confused by her behavior, and I was like, oh, you poor baby. You've never seen a kind mother in your life. Yes, Riddle is my favorite. He's my first favorite. I have a soft spot for Riddle. Ortho's kind of taken the #1 spot, but Riddle is right there too. I love him so much. He's such a precious being. Poor sweet Riddle was so confused seeing Mama Leech. He's like, oh, why are you like this? I am confused. He's never seen a loving mother in his life, and it's sad. Oh, I forgot he met Mama Leech. Deuce's mom would treat him right. Miss Shroud would spoil him, and Mama Leech will teach Miss Rosehearts a lesson. Yeah. Although I definitely feel like Mama Leech and Mama Rosehearts are like the extreme opposites of parenting. Deuce's mom and Ida's mom are like in that middle when it comes to the spectrum of parenthood. Have him meet Appel's grandmother. Appel's grandmother is a very passionate lady. Passionate about sports. Next we have Silver and Rouge. He is in this category because he got muscles. he got muscle. He built different. It's just kind of sad that his live 2D model doesn't really showcase the muscles that he has. The card illustrations usually do. They do a better job of depicting his actual body shape. I think I've talked about this before. I think I did something before ranking the characters on how close they look like to their actual in-game models. Our beautiful MILF and one DILF. Also known as Eric Vilsden. We've only met one father. Kifaji's more like a guardian babysitter kind of a character. He doesn't count. Neither does Train, I guess. He's more like grandpa status at this point. We only have one DILF. Although I guess technically two, because we do know what Silver's father kind of looks like in a sense. It's just Silver. It's just blonde Silver. You did and got so mad at Silver's. Yeah, like I know I talked about it before. He is a pretty handsome man. But when it comes to the pretty man versus handsome man, it has to do with like muscle definition for me. And Silver has good muscle definition, therefore he is a handsome EK man. Also, Silver's dead, yeah. That's just Silver. Silver just his father, but blonde. Yeah, pretty much. I do find that funny because, like, from a technical standpoint, it's just easier to reuse Silver's model for that. Like, instead of building a new model from the ground up, just reuse Silver. Oh, Transit father as well. Yeah, but he's also, like, grandpa age. He's grandpa. He be grandpa aged. Do we want to count Lilia? Anyways, Sebek, he could go either way, but I'm gonna put him here because he's also built. He's also very well built and quite tall. Height also has a pretty good indicator too of whether or not I'm gonna put them in the Ikemen or the pretty boy. Yes, Lilia. Lilia is also DILF status. But Lilia, it really is either or, but he was in-game mistaken for a 12-year-old, so he's going here. Most of this is based off of, like, canon information as well. And because Lilia was confused for, like, a middle schooler, he's going here. I was laughing too much. Do we want to throw in some of the staff characters? And just ignore Vargas? Because I'm not putting Grim on this list. Grim is a creature. We have our MILF, but Miss Rosehearts, our DILFs, our fandom grandfather, and our Peepaw. In the anime, Lilia was also mistaken for that, so yeah. It's like a canonical event that Lilia has to be mistaken for a child. In like each version of his introduction, whether it be from the game, the manga, the anime, they confuse him for like a middle school 12-year-old or something, and it's kind of funny. Okay, let's put staff. The Ikemen category is going to grow because I guess Crowley could fit in here, but we don't know what his face looks like. Yeah, we're skipping Vargas. Because technically, I think I'd put him in Himbo, but I don't have that on the list, and I don't feel like adding it. Because he would be the only one in there. He's the only one that fits that category. And I don't feel like adding it on there just to throw him in there. Sam. What will we put Sam in? Because he could go either or. But I feel like we're better off putting him here. He a grown man anyway. No one likes Vargas. No one hates Vargas. But we don't hate as much as Crowley. Crowley is his own special category of dislike in my book. Cause he's just I just want more mysterious. I need answers from Crowley, that's part of it. Boyish charm for Sam. I don't know. I feel like that's a very difficult category. I'm gonna leave him as is, cause like I don't know. He more handsome in my eyes. He a handsome man. We're skipping Vargas and creatures. Cruel. I'm putting him here mainly because he's a more fashionable man compared to most of the Ikemen here. I swear if Yana makes it so Crowley's mask comes off, I'm waiting for the day we get to officially see his face. I need to know what he looks like under there. Mainly because I don't want him to actually be related to Malleus. I really don't. I'm gonna be like, how? I was for Jade or not, either way. Why are you pretty? Or eh? His height and intimidation factor also played a role into why he's in the Ikemen category. Same with Floyd. They have a lot of height, and they have a lot of intimidation. Therefore, they're in this category. The fandom makes us hot. But okay. Yeah, sometimes people draw the characters a little bit more to their personal taste, that's for sure. People emphasize Jade's attractiveness. Also, Lilia had said that Malleus looked like his father in a way. Yeah. Which makes me wonder what his father actually looks like, because, like, I feel like Melinor's model was just using some of Malleus's face parts on a different body. Like, they have, like, the same face. Tren... I guess he'll go here as well. I feel like he fits this definition okay. I kind of want to throw in more. I feel like we could throw in some more. I might, you know what? I'm probably gonna add some more categories of just random. Just other. Just other. There, we have Vargas. Screw Eliza. Don't add the dwarfs or Eliza. Yeah, that we all know where the dwarfs are gonna go. They're gonna go here with like Lilia and the rest of them. Like, we know that's where they're gonna go. And they'll take up too much space, honestly. Ambrose. I'm gonna just put him here in the other category because I don't feel like ranking him. I do not feel like it, but I'm putting him here because I don't know exactly where to put him. I guess we can throw Kifaji up here as well, but I'm putting him here because I don't feel like it. No, he's just old man. I guess this is old man category. Rolo. Where could we put Rolo? Oh yeah, we know where Chenya's going. Here, save the trouble throwing Godot. We know where they're going. Neji's going here. There's a different type of cuteness from Neji and Appel. And I do believe that when talking about Neji in the Pub Fiore chapter, somebody pointed out that Neji has like that boy next door charm appeal, so I'm putting him there. I also think he is taller than Appel. Rolo is a pretty man, I guess. A pretty tired man. Yeah, he's going up there. He also looks very fashionable, and I feel like that's also a qualifier for a Bishonen. Chenya, he's also going here. Cause, yeah, he's got a playful personality as well, a goofy, silly personality, but he's also too tall to fit with the other shorties over here. Yeah, Neji is taller than Appel. We won't know until we get his actual official height, which is probably going to be something we'll eventually get. Also working on my story, and the fight between the twins is killing me. I need a reason why they start fighting, but I can't find a way. Yeah, that does seem difficult, because we only saw them fight once. We only saw the TWST fight once, and that was during the Diasomnia chapter. And that was just to snap Jade out of the dream, pretty much. Oh, Scully. He is our pretty skeleton boy. He is our pretty man. Pretty man. Pretty goth man. We love Scully. He is adorable. He's also one of the tallest characters here, too. Not the tallest, but he's tall. I think he's like around Sebek's height or a little bit taller. Also, it's gonna be Jade's fault. And then we're putting Swing up here. Handsome man. Because I'm feeling generous. We heart Scully. Yes, we do. We love a dorky goth man up in here. Fellow, he's going here. Fellow's also a very pretty looking man. He's got a pretty face. Putting Eric Venue up here. Cause yeah, he a handsome man. Handsome. Which means we also have to put Silver's father up here. I just love making Jade suffer. And having Floyd be the reason why he suffers. Feels very TWST. And then Ball's up here as well. And I do believe that is it. We're not ranking Grim or the cat, because why would we? We all know where the dwarves are going. But that would just make the image too big. Wait, I might do some rearranging, I guess. Or I'll just, cause I want this scaled better, but I don't know. We'll leave it as is. What about our MILFs? I could just throw them all into other. I could do that. Or I could just let's rearrange some things. There. just throw the rest over there. Yeah. That should be enough. We did it! Our handsome to cute tier list, I guess. And then other right here. Yes, girl, Eliza. She a pretty crazy lady, though. But yeah, I just don't want to make the image too, like, big. Yes. Or. I'm being funny right now. That's just a man. I need my scales to have order. Also, I don't know why I made Sea Witch Adriana a bit too OP. Azul almost dies by Sea Witch, and Jade also dies by his own brother. Oh, the suffering angst. I love it. Also, I love having Jade show more emotion from her anger and jealousy in the Dumble event and crying a lot of it in my story. Jade definitely experiences emotion. We just don't see it that often, do we? He's usually very, like, silly about it. Almost. Ah, Jade, almost. He almost be dying. It's not your turn, Jade. But yeah, there's the list. Yeah. I think it's go. We're done here. We're done with our list. It has turned out nicely. Sure, I want Jade to fight Floyd, but Floyd is mind controlled, so yeah. So Jade doesn't really do much in the fight. Interesting. Close, 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 close. There we go. We are ready. Today was a little bit shorter than usual, so we must yap. We must yap a little bit extra. Let me see. I'm doing a little bit of shuffling. A little bit of shuffling here. I want to put our image on screen. Yep. Mm. There we go. I found it in the files. Rearrange everything back to how it was. And now we can have our list. Ta-da! The completed list. I take no criticisms. Yay. That will be shared later for everybody who missed. Also, Queen of the Underworld is also getting a bit more work to her along with Persephone. Yay, the list. Our completed list. Woo! He did it. I think it turned out fun. This was fun. I need to do more of these. And then tomorrow it's the Malleus discussion thing, where I try to explain how I think his unique magic works, because I feel like we definitely know what it does when it's in overblot form. But in terms of like what is Malleus's unique magic like by default, instead of, you know, supercharged in overblot mode, I'm curious to see. Because dude is not allowed to use it anymore. He's nerfed. So I'm assuming that it's, even when it's not supercharged in overblot, it's still pretty dangerous to use. The implications of very ancient, unique magic going on with Malleus is quite tempting to dive into. Quite tempting indeed. Because again, I do feel like he ended up using his unique magic for that second Halloween event, and I feel like people haven't connected the dots to that because it's been so long, and we purposely didn't even know what Malleus's unique magic was anyway because it wasn't his turn yet. I also want to, so when the gang meets Persephone, her and Ortho have the "yes, I am a girl like you." Also, Persephone's wings I gold. Persephone is just female Ortho, but more expression. What fun! Yeah, I might need to reread at least a little bit of what Malleus's unique magic is. Because I'm pretty sure, like, we do already know what it does. I just think it's more interesting to dive into, like, is there multiple uses for this? Because again, casually stopping time like it's nothing feels way too OP to be like a casual spell for anyone to use. And yes, Persephone does the headbutt like Pegasus. Oh, that's so cute. It's cute. It shows affection through headbutting you. It's funny. You know what? I think we'll end today. We got through what we had to get through. We yapped a little bit. Tomorrow is more in-depth discussion of Malleus, I guess. I should actually write down what I should say for that, because I usually do a lot of things off script anyway. Like, I don't write things down beforehand, I just yap what comes to mind, so... If we're doing, like, a character analysis thing, I need to actually write things down. Persephone after being fixed by Ida. Headbutt! Okay, bye-bye. Bye-bye! See you tomorrow. Mayhaps. Where we will discuss Malleus's unique magic, and just unique magics in general, I guess, tomorrow. That could be fun. Bye-bye!